On.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Just got back from brewery. Now I'm just chilling in my backyard.
Nice. Sorry I was late. I was fucking arguing with some fucking fuck stain from Compass Mining.
Are you doing that?
No. Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I actually got caught up in the cloud mining back in 2017. I was such an idiot.
Yeah, he's like, it's not cloud mining. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's cloud mining. He's like,
Yeah.
stay salty, Anon. I'm like, stay
What?
scammy, you fucking shill. Fuck you, bro.
That's
He
good.
got all bent because I made a comment about fucking about the pleb council bullshit. Like, you fucking fabricated the pleb council because you wanted to increase your market share and your fucking hash. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, wasn't it that chick? Forgot. Like she started it.
Yeah, but it's all through Compass. She like
Oh,
works for
is it?
Compass.
Oh, I
Yeah,
had no idea.
fucking bullshit. She like came out and like
Wow.
you do a little fucking dig and she works for Compass. Like pleb
Wow.
mining council. Fuck out of here, pleb mining
Yeah.
council.
My ass.
Sign up with us. We'll host your miner. I don't need you to host my miner. I just buy a fucking miner and plug it in and fucking set up slush pool. It takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck out of here with that. It's such a fiat fucking concept.
Yeah.
It's like, you're too dumb to do. That's what bothers me is like their sales pitch is like, you're too stupid to figure this out. It's really complicated. Let us do it. We'll just send you an electricity bill. The fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah. It's horseshit. It's all like they're obviously not doing it out of the kindness of their heart. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. They're doing it to increase their fucking hash contribution, is what they're doing.
yeah. And then
Which is
giving you
fine,
a
but
little
like, say
cut.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm gonna give you 10 grand for a fucking for something I'm never gonna see, and then trust that you're sending me my share of the contribution. Shut the fuck up with that.
Yeah, and
You're asking for a
apparently,
lot of trust.
yeah, apparently each of those miners has like a MAC address and they won't hand like anybody's MAC address out to like so you can't like log in and see what that miner's doing on the network. So you literally have no idea like what the fuck is going on like behind the scenes.
Yeah, and they want you to think like, oh, he literally commented back, and he's like, it's not cloud mining. We host the miner and we send you an electricity bill every month. The sats go right into the owner's wallet. I'm like, what do you think? I'm fucking retarded? The sats that you decide go into the owner's wallet go into the owner's wallet.
Do they KYC you too on that then?
Fucking of course.
Oh yeah, see that's like the whole reason to mine is like the caning.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then yeah, I've had that discussion with people, and I'm like, once I set up my miner, like, I make sure everything that comes out of that miner goes to a different wallet than the shit that I've bought KYC,
Right, exactly.
because if that
Yeah,
shit's
you
sitting
don't
in the same address.
yeah, you don't want to mix those UTXOs.
Right. Oh my fucking word! So I don't know if you probably haven't, because I think I've looked and there's like 7 people who have ever listened to my podcast, but yeah,
That's like
this is live right now. So
okay, cool. Yeah, I was trying to rile up the plebs saying that I was going to piss them off just to see if we get some listeners because I like trolling. So,
no, with a name like Bear Market, you definitely don't like trolling.
yeah, that changes. Right now it's bear market, but it's changed over the year. I think it's been almost a year.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to be a bear.
Yeah, exactly. You got to stand out from the crowd. Shit on Twitter every day, and everyone's like scared to like. I get DMs like people like, oh yeah, like I kind of agree with you, but like I'm this bull, and it's like, dude, don't be scared to like somebody's tweet or like comment or like say shit. Like, who cares if you get canceled? We're fucking plebs. Like, we're not like influencers who like depend on this shit.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care if I have 100, 200,000 followers. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Bro, Bitcoin Twitter for me is all about actively trying to grenade my fucking account. Like, I just post shit and pray that at some point they're gonna be like, yeah, we can't let them go on it. Like, I posted when all that shit was going down with the closed door mining council, I fucking posted Elon Musk getting fucked in the ass by Michael Saylor, and they didn't even cancel me, bro. I was so mad. You there or did I lose you?
Yo, that was fucking weird, dude.
Can't talk bad about fucking shit like Compass, bro. They're plugged in.
Bro, they're listening. What the fuck? It just totally went like silent. Could you hear me or no?
I couldn't hear a fucking thing from you. I was talking for like 10 seconds and then I was like, yo.
Yeah, I was like, hello, hello.
We
Fuck
got
you. I didn't.
I was complaining about not getting canceled, bro, and got canceled in the middle of complaining about not getting canceled.
I know, bro. The influencers are listening. You got to watch out.
Fucking Pedro pulled my number, bro.
Do you edit this or you just like let
No,
it
fuck
go? Like,
no. I put it right
oh,
up
okay.
just the way it is. I put some shitty music at the beginning of it, and that's it, bro. Not a single fucking sponsor. Nothing.
Nice. I'm actually glad I found out about this podcast because I listen to probably like 10 hours of Bitcoin podcasts a day, and it's like the same 12 people every day. So like when I hear there's like a new pleb one, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like I like hearing like the new stories and shit, you know?
Yeah, bro. And the other like I write this is how it goes every time, right? I have like a dry erase board in my fucking shop and I write down a
Hmm.
list of shit that I want to like talk about and then I get on this thing with somebody and we pretty much just talk shit for like an hour
Uh,
and touch on like one thing and then I fucking end it.
yeah, that's fucking dope. I'm excited.
It's the way it needs to be, bro. There's too many polished nothing against them. There's a lot of good ones that I like to listen to, but you need something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially
Yeah, there
something from like our perspective.
yeah, exactly. There's only a few guys that still do podcasts that aren't really like Bitcoin podcasts that don't have sponsors. They're
It's the
kind
way
of
to do it.
staying true. Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
I had one person reach out to me and like offered a sponsor, and I was like, I appreciate it and all, but nah.
I mean, honestly, like shit, it's worth it if it's like a Bitcoin only company, but you can't be doing like the fucking Krakens and like the
No. I
Geminis and shit, you know?
I would honestly rather put up like a figure out a way to get a lightning address up and be like, yo, if you enjoyed it, send me
Oh,
fucking 10 sats.
or like Sphinx Chat or something.
Yeah, rather than fucking like that's my biggest complaint about podcasts, especially on Spotify. And I know I'm on Spotify, but like you go on and it's like I gotta fucking fast forward through 15 minutes of ads or you shilling whoever's sponsoring you before I can listen to the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't listened to any podcasts on Spotify, so
Some
I
of them
got to
are
download
rough.
it.
Some of them, it's
Well,
such good content, but it's like hidden behind fucking and just like the way it feels really scammy. The way it like they have this app called Anchor, which is what I use. It just feels really scammy the way they try to get you to like set it up.
yeah. Well, hopefully you can get it on Apple soon. That'd be cool.
The thing is, they would so Spotify would put my shit on like a bunch of other platforms if
Uh-huh.
I didn't put any music at all. Like if I didn't have like intro music, they would put it on a bunch of platforms. But then it would literally just be us talking and that's it.
Oh, I got you.
Because they have like the Spotify license or whatever for the music sample that you use.
Gotcha.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that does suck.
I might just put on fucking a clip of Hoddle and Dieter screaming like retarded banshees instead of music.
Bro, I actually listened to that for a second time because I'm like, I listened to it live and it wasn't really like sinking in like how retarded they were being. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, holy fuck. I mean, American Hodl for the most part was like trying to stay above like Dieter's level, but Dieter like he likes to hit low, you know, like he's the name caller, this and that, and American Hoddle's trying not to do it, but eventually he got down in the dirt with them,
Dude,
started calling them names.
when Dieter comes in the room, I did too. I listened to it today again, and when Dieter comes in the room, he's like, "Sup, pussy." Dude, I fucking died.
Bro, and then the amount of times he said, "You're just a thirsty bitch, bro. You're a thirsty bitch." Like,
and Hoddle's just like, "Listen, bro, you're gonna need to post that dick. I'm gonna need to see that
yeah.
dick."
7 3/4, bro. Oh,
Oh fuck, dude! Did you see the video that Aussie posted? That was like the audio dubbed over South Park. Yo, again?
damn, bro. I'm sorry. I'm fucking your shit up.
I have so much editing to do. I never edit.
Holy fuck, dude. I'm so sorry.
No, bro. Fuck it. Who cares?
I should
I
have
don't give a
downloaded
fuck.
the app or something.
Oh, fuck it. Who cares? But did you see that the fucking
The South Park one?
yes.
Oh my god, that shit was fucking hilarious. Who made that? Was it Greg?
I don't know. It has Strike in the corner, but the only person that I saw that posted it was Aussie.
Yeah, that was the only person I saw. But yeah, I saw the strike thing, so I figured maybe Greg put it together.
Oh my god, it was absolutely fucking hysterical.
Bro, it was perfect. I think
Perfectly
they
timed, bro.
they even edited it so that it like fit with the way they were like talking with their mouths and shit. Oh my god, it was so good.
Bro, when he sheds his shirt, it was like Dieter started yelling and he shedded it. Oh my dude. I laughed so fucking hard when I watched that this morning.
Bro, we need to like schedule those more often. Like we just need like Dieter and Stony and like all the toxic plebs to just like death match like whoever they want like once a week. Oh my god, it's so
Influencers
good.
versus plebs.
And then do a McCormick Q&A after.
Bro, like celebrity deathmatch back in the day. Same
Dude, that's
shit.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's so entertaining.
Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was good.
I couldn't fucking I mean, I feel like it's almost overhyped. But I mean it fucking is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I love Dieter, and he knows how to get under people's skin. So
Yeah, I
he
mean
d- he he does his thing, and that's just the way he is.
I feel like who the fuck was telling me? Somebody told me everybody meets Dieter in a fight. Like everybody argues with Dieter, and that's how they meet him.
Yeah. See, I haven't had an argument with Dieter yet.
Oh, I had an argument with him.
Did you? Do you remember what it was about?
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, I went at him on one of his posts, so that's how we like had an argument. Because he posted some fucking stupid shit, and I was like, I'm not having that. Not fucking
Do you
having it.
do you think it's like a little bit for shock value for him, or do you think it's like
It's
truly how he
gotta be.
feels?
It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've talked to several people and asked several people, and some people, it's like a 50-50 split. Some people are like, yeah, he's retarded. And some people are like, oh, like a lot of it's for shock value. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I'm
the disagreement I had with him was over like some legitimate shit, and he didn't sound like super retarded in the comments. So
I'm surprised everyone made Arizona Huddle rage quit. He's a good guy too.
yeah, he's back, I guess, as somebody else.
Is he?
Yeah, bro.
Was it the Dark Knight one? Because I'm
Yep.
blocked by that person.
Shut up.
Yeah. And he
Get the
like me and
fuck
him
out
are
of here.
cool as
No
fuck.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah. Are you sure it's him?
I'm 100% sure it's him.
Fuck.
He sent me
Yeah.
a message, bro.
I'm
Like
gonna have
as
to.
that dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look again. But like, I clicked on that name because somebody mentioned it, and it said I was blocked by him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we were cool as fuck before. Like, I mean, I was poking fun of him a little bit, so I mean, hope personally, but Like we would joke around a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if that. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
What?
that's why I don't know if it's him, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's got to be him. Who the fuck else? Yeah, he said, "What's up, buddy?" Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's definitely him.
oh shit. Damn, I pissed him off then.
So I just
All
reached
I
out and I'm like, I want to make sure you're all right. Like, are we still good? And he's like, nah, I can't do the podcast. Too much heat right now. And I'm like, all right.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean I poked fun of him a few times about like, oh, you fucked up letting Pedro on, but like I mean he knows I'm just joking with him, I think. I
I
don't know.
mean, weak sauce if you don't.
Yeah. Arizona, if you listen to this, bro, I love you. I'm not I was just poking fun of you, bro.
And I probably will again.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying. I mean, you got to like keep a stiff upper lip to be on
Yeah.
Bitcoin Twitter, period. I think.
I
Like,
honestly, I've never blocked any plebs. Like, if I get into it with somebody, I just fucking take it. Like, if somebody's like going after me, it is what it is. If I can dish it out, I got to be able to take it. You know what I mean?
if you can outword salad me, touche.
Yeah. I'm not gonna block you though.
No, I've never blocked a pleb. I've blocked fucking Monero shills.
See, I don't get a lot of Monero. I get a lot of Cardano in my comments.
Ah, dude, it was just the other day. I made the biggest mistake of the entire time I have been on Bitcoin Twitter was tagging Adam back in a post. Huge fucking mistake.
Why
Huge
do they
fucking
usually
mistake.
go after Adam and his posts?
It's gotta be because none of them followed me. Like were my like people that followed me, and the fucking post got like 15 retweets, 375 likes or some shit. And they would just like deep in the comments like fuck him, you say you hate shit coiners, he's a shit coiner because he shills liquid's a shit coin, blah 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 blah. And then like every one of them I clicked, like I thought at first they were like maxis, and I'm like, why are you guys like coming
Yeah.
at me like this? And then I click on their fucking thing, and every single one of them is a fucking Monero fucking shill. I'm like, the fuck out of here,
Oh
bro.
God.
The fuck out of here with you. And I even said that in the comments. I'm like, all right, boys, we get it. Like, chill your shit coin and fucking move on. Like, nobody's buying Monero. It's
Yeah,
cool.
especially when you post on a Maxi's like thread, like the people reading a Maxi's thread is they're not going to be looking for like, oh, maybe these Monero guys are right. Like, no, you're going after the wrong crowd. Like, go post on some fucking other shitcoin like Zcash or something.
Nobody is scrolling through. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Nobody's, especially like a toxic Maxi.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you actually follow me, nobody that follows me is going to scroll through and be like, maybe this fine gentleman is right. I should look at
Well,
Monero.
yeah. Let me dump my bags of Bitcoin and buy some Monero. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Dude, the kid was literally like, "You've never written a line of code in your life, so you don't fucking matter." Like,
Oh my God.
what?
Do you know who Fluff?
No, I think I might have come across that today.
So Fluffy Pony is like one of the original developers of Monero, but he plays like he's like a Bitcoin maxi. And my first run-in with him was on Clubhouse, and like for some reason all these maxis are asking him like deep questions about Monero, and I'm like, all right, I can't take it anymore. So I got on stage and I'm like, I thought this was a Bitcoin room. Why are you guys like jerking off over like Monero right now with this guy? And it just was like silent. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is like? Why are you asking him so many questions about Monero? Like, who gives a fuck? It's a shitcoin.
Yeah, there's like this weird. So I've been informed by somebody who's been in the space longer than I have that there's like this weird subdivision of quote unquote maxis that think Monero's okay.
Hmm.
I I don't know. It kind of like when you feel like everything you know is a lie, because like I clicked on these dudes' profile and like Odell follows them, and I'm like, The fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really understand that what's going on there with the whole Monero thing. I don't think people even realize how to use Monero that shill it to even like make it private. Like you can't buy Monero from like fucking Coinbase or Binance and think you're like some dark net wizard. Like that's not how it works, you know?
Yeah, it's a fucking shitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what they say. It's a fucking shitcoin.
Yeah, you
I don't
can't
care.
audit the supply. There's like, yeah.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's.
oh, it's private, so it's more fungible. Like, not really.
But all right, so I had this fucking sort of like the same discussion, but about a different shit token with Coin Icarus,
Uh-huh.
and we were both, or he was like, it doesn't fucking matter because nobody's buying your fucking shitcoin, so it's not worth anything. Like it doesn't matter what it does. It could cure cancer,
Right.
but if nobody's buying it, it doesn't have any fucking value.
And even if people are buying it, they're using it as a utility token. Like they're doing it because they want to do some whatever shit on the internet. They're not holding bags of Monero like and
No.
storing value in it. Like that's it's yeah, the whole reason of using it, if anything, is just utility.
And the weirdest shit too, like I noticed when I was, because I mean, if you're gonna troll me, I'm gonna go through your page and like figure out what you're about before I fire back.
Hmm.
So I went through these dudes' pages and like you're like all hyped up about the fucking hacks that are happening, like the shit with the fucking gas line, the shit with the meat fucking plant, and they're like, "Yo, did they take the payment in Monero? Did they take it? Tell me. I heard they were taking it in Monero. Come on, tell us they took it in Monero." Like you're so fucking thirsty for somebody to be like Monero on the news, bro. They say Bitcoin on the news all the time. Trust me, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's
Yeah,
watching the 6 o'clock news and they're like, "Wow, these hackers use Monero. I should probably buy that."
if those fuckers aren't using Monero, nobody's using Monero. Like that just goes to show how useless it is.
Yeah, they're like, we could use Monero, but
Yeah. No, it's fucking shit. Nobody wants to use it.
I can see the fucking hackers being like, we could use Monero, and then the other hackers like, bro, Monero's a fucking shitcoin.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, bro, you're right. Just
It's a
have them send
fucking
Bitcoin.
yeah, a bunch of maxi hackers.
Well, I mean, it goes back to the idea that anybody who's serious in the fucking in the entire fucking industry, anybody who's serious is converting their shit into Bitcoin.
Oh
Like
yeah,
even
except for like the fucking VCs, like yeah, that's those are basically the only people who are still like trying to hold bags of shit.
yeah, but I'm dude. Even like fucking Voorhees, who's like a hardcore fucking shitcoin shill, is 90 fucking 7% or whatever invested in uh fucking Bitcoin. He's not holding all the shit he's selling everybody else.
Yeah, I don't understand how shitcoiners don't see the connection there. Like they root for Bitcoin to die, but then when Bitcoin dives like 10%, their shitcoin goes down 30%. And they're all fucking pissed, like, oh, when is this gonna not affect our shitcoins? Why does Bitcoin always have to affect our shitcoin price? It's like, dude, if Bitcoin went to zero today, all the shitcoins are going to zero. Like that's just how it is. Like
Yeah.
all it is speculative.
There's very
The shitcoins to leverage their position. That's it. It's just a leverage Bitcoin position.
oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it's a bet. That's all it is. It's a gamble. It's a fucking casino, bro. I had this conversation with somebody, and I was like, you know, I think shitcoins are going to be around until somebody puts a layer on Bitcoin or something on Bitcoin where they openly admit that it's just a fucking casino with a bunch of
Yeah,
fucking tokens that you can like bet on going up or going down.
yeah. And I hate that argument that Bitcoiners use. Like, well, we could just take whatever these shitcoins are doing and put it on Bitcoin. It's like we don't fucking need it. Like the whole point of this is for Bitcoin to be sound money. Like we don't need to adopt scams just because people want to use scams. Like, okay, yeah, if we want to do it, we probably could, but like, is that really helping what we're doing here? Like trying to end central banking and have sound money? Like, no, that's not helping at all. It's just like, okay, yeah, we got this cool shitcoin casino thing on Bitcoin now. Like, great.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. I mean, the closest thing we have is Liquid, and that's only because they allow shitcoins to be put on Liquid. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, and even at that, I think I'm pretty sure the only shitcoin that's ended up on Liquid right now is fucking Tether.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
don't know
fucking
too much
crazy.
about I don't know too much about Liquid, but I don't understand like the argument that it's a shitcoin. Like it's kind of like Lightning. It's just a layer two solution.
Yeah, everybody calls it a shitcoin because they peg an LBTC for every Bitcoin that's entered into Liquid. So you have to like peg in and peg out
Right.
through a fucking council. It's not, but the thing is with Liquid is it's not like, and this is like my argument when it comes to Adam Back is that he's not shilling Liquid to plebs. Like
Right.
he's not coming to plebs and being like, you should fucking get rid of all your Bitcoin or put all your Bitcoin on Liquid Network and hold LBTC. Like, no,
Right.
it's a fucking platform that's built for major fucking amounts um of fucking liquidity to be moved around so it doesn't clog up the main net. So it's
Right.
for like these huge fucking clearinghouses and exchanges and shit. That's what Liquid is built for.
And it's more private than using just regular Bitcoin. I mean, it's more private than even like the shitcoins that claim they're private,
Yeah,
from
no
what I know.
names.
Right. Yeah, there's no KYC or anything when you use Liquid.
Yeah, it just is what it is, bro. People are gonna fucking every opportunity they get, they're gonna take shots. That's what it is to be the fucking best.
Yeah.
It really is. It's fucking sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview with Elizabeth Warren this week about CBDCs?
So I couldn't watch it, bro. I hate her so much. Like, and I just saw from like the what Bitcoin Twitter was saying. I'm like, I can't sit through 7 minutes of this chick like digging up FUD from like Bitcoin talk from like 8 years ago. You know, like it's obviously against everything that like with Bitcoin, she's useless and she understands that. Like she's been fighting for, whatever rights to fix like the tax system and the dollar and with Bitcoin it's like, oh, that just fixes everything and I don't even need to be here. So yeah, let me FUD the shit out of this.
Oh, it was it was the hands down the most low effort attempt at FUD I have ever seen.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I couldn't watch it.
and then somebody took pictures of her, like right after she did that. Somebody took pictures of her getting off a private jet after she bitched about fucking uh how
The
much like
energy.
yeah the energy consumption and like the waste and shit. And her and like two of her advisors flew on a private jet cross country.
Was that the same day that happened?
I think
Or
it
was
was either
that
the same day or the day after.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
And not like I don't know if you saw the footage of that, but she gets off the plane and then she
Yep,
notices that somebody's filming her and she like hides behind her fucking assistant.
yep, I did see that. I thought it was a clip from like a year ago or something that somebody just brought up to be like, oh, look, she's flying on private jets, but here she is like flooding Bitcoin's ESG, narrative or whatever. So, but I had no idea it was like either the day of or the day after. That blows my mind that
Such
she could be
fucking
that
trash,
stupid.
dude. Such trash. I even tweeted out at fucking at Nick Carter. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this MIT bitch that they brought on that's like, yep, that's definitely what I see, Senator Warren. We're definitely boiling oceans. We can definitely make a CBDC that doesn't use anywhere near as much energy. Yeah, no shit. He's just going to print a bunch of fucking tokens that aren't worth anything.
Right, exactly.
It's
Yeah,
so.
the CBDC FUD just blows my mind that people think like Bitcoiners care about like CBDCs. It fixes zero of the issues, and if anything, it's even worse because you have no privacy at all. So they'll be able to tax you straight from your bank account. They'll be able to see every time you go buy something. Like it's just fucking crazy to me that people think that like we care about a CBDC. Like it's not even FUD.
Yeah, they already, like, in my opinion, we already have the equivalent of what that would be, but probably the best version of what that could be, which is Tether. Like,
Right,
Tether's
exactly.
supposedly backed one for one by the US dollar. But like they won't even do that. They'll be like, "Wow, before we had to like print money with a printing press. Now we can just like click a fucking button and they just
Yeah.
appear."
Well, that's why I don't even know why they're working on their like CBDC. They should just nationalize Tether. They're already doing it. Why not just fucking use it?
What is there to work on? Just fucking spin
Right.
up an ERC20 token. Like, here you
Right.
go. Congratulations. You can make up your own cap for fucking 15 minutes. You got a token. Boom.
Yep.
That nobody gives a fuck about.
Right.
We'll put you on the
Exactly.
list with the other 7,000 shit coins.
Yeah. I was on Clubhouse yesterday, and they were talking about some of this CBD stuff, and they were talking about how I think the U.S. is trying to get like 40 other central banks to like take the CBDC like when it comes out and like kind of keep their position with the petro and like all this shit that they're gonna try to do with it that like they think is slick, and we're just like, dude, that's like it fixes nothing still.
Yeah. It's it's just a bullshit attempt to fucking stay relevant while they're just watching the guillotine come down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna kick the can down the road a while. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, they will definitely have a CBDC. There is no doubt in my
Yeah.
mind. They will put out some kind of a fucking token and try to be like this is worth something. They have to. They've never given
Yeah.
up a fight that fast without. You know what I mean? Like,
But if you think about it, the game
yeah. I mean, what the fuck?
yeah.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do, bro. They're like you said, they're not just gonna fucking lay down and admit defeat. And I mean, and oh my god, I've been on a call with you for fucking 25 minutes, and you're turning me into a fucking bear.
How am I turning it? I haven't even said any bearish shit yet.
I just had to catch myself before I was like, listen, I know everybody wants to say that they're just going to adopt Bitcoin and it's going to be hyper Bitcoinization, but listen, that's not going to happen. Like, what the fuck, dude? But it's true. Dude. There's no way they're just going to be like, oh, you guys are right.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
wrong. It's Bitcoin. You're absolutely right. Which is
See,
really
but
all they would have to do. Like, they could pull some fucking, the same shit that Breedlove needs to do, the fucking fiat system could do. They could just be like, listen, we fucked up. We're wrong. We want to peg our currency to Bitcoin.
right.
Done. Cool. You fucked up. Awesome. Now I feel like my dollar's worth something and I'll stop trolling all you fucks.
See,
Well,
that's
I mean, not
why
stop.
that's why I think about it in a longer time frame maybe than some other maxis do, because there's no doubt they're gonna try like they could push the CBDC down the road as far as they want, because then that's always because that's like their last option, right? Like after that fucks up, like they're done. So they're gonna wait as long as they have to pull this shit out of their back pocket, and when they do, they're gonna be able to kick that can for another God knows how long. Uh, but like eventually, like I think in my lifetime, I don't see the dollar being the world reserve currency anymore. It's just I don't see how that happens. I just think it takes a little bit longer than maybe what some people are expecting.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be a world reserve currency. I do believe the kind of like the idea that Sailor pushes that like the dollar's not going to die. Like
Yeah.
Bitcoin's not going to replace the dollar. The dollar is just going to have to succumb to the fact that it's going to be on a Bitcoin standard. That's
Yeah,
it.
like pegged. Yeah, like governments are still going to want to control their currency or whatever for like tax purposes. So they'll put some type of not paper currency, but something yeah backed by Bitcoin, but you'll still pay your taxes like in whatever country's dollar that is, which is fine. Like Bitcoin doesn't need to be the one global currency to win. You know what I mean? Like it wins as long as it keeps central banks in check, and that's what it would do if these monies are backed by Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And if that's the other thing too. Like I've been in some conversations, whether it be in spaces or in Clubhouse, and people will be like, "Oh, fucking fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a great thought. and it's gone. Jesus Christ.
No,
That was awful.
it's all good.
Fuck.
It's all good.
Yeah, but they're gonna end up having to peg the dollar to fuck. Oh, that they're like, oh well, the U.S. is gonna have to buy Bitcoin at some point. Like, I can't believe they're not buying Bitcoin. Like, you're fucking retarded if you think that the U.S. government doesn't have Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think that I mean they definitely have some. Obviously they're retarded for auctioning off, the Bitcoin that they got during like
But
whatever
did
went down
they?
there. Well, didn't Peter Thiel buy like all of it or most of it or something?
I heard only like 60,000 coins got sold in total in two separate batches of like 20,000 and 30 or something. But there
Huh.
was the original shit that I saw was like 170,000 Bitcoin or something got taken when all that shit went down.
I'll have to look into that again. I thought they were all auctioned off, but I never looked at like the total number that they confiscated.
Yeah,
And
because
then
I had
didn't
asked around if anybody, like people who were like experienced with like looking at the blockchain, if anybody actually saw 170,000 fucking coins move when they were saying that they were like auctioning this shit off, because that's a lot of fucking coins.
yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of like smaller, deals that they're doing that we don't hear about where people are turning over their coins voluntarily to probably try to like limit whatever sentence they get for drug dealing or God knows what they're using it for. But, there's people that are turning it over and we probably just don't hear about it. And they're probably hodling that Bitcoin too.
Yeah. I mean, let's just look at it like this, right? In the very simple fact that all the shit that went down with the pipeline, the last transaction went into a wallet that was owned by the FBI.
Right.
Like, and
It's
that,
crazy. It's crazy we can even see that because now we'll know. Like, I doubt the FBI is going to do like CoinJoin or some shit. So we'll always be able to see what they do with those coins now.
so I heard like some of the theory that was floating around was that they're actually running one of the coin joins. And that's like that they have
Oh my
been
God.
for a couple of years. So that would be, you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of sitting there in the open, which would make sense. Like, if your whole idea is to like, because let's just hypothesize for a minute that they're smart enough
Uh-huh.
to know that they can just look at the blockchain and see everything that happens. So if they're going to try to position themselves within the Bitcoin network, like the place to be would be to set up shop as a coin join.
That would be fucking smart for sure. I had never heard that before, so I haven't really considered it.
I heard it on Dispatch last week. Odell said it, and I was like, damn, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah, I only made it like halfway through that episode. I got to finish the rest.
I heard like half of it. I probably heard half of it because I listened to it on the lawnmower, so you only catch like every fucking 10th word, but it made
Yeah.
sense. It
Oh,
fucking
that's
made
crazy.
sense. I was
I
like,
mean, have you
fuck.
heard the rumor that like the CIA or whatever like created Bitcoin and it was kind of like the Corona thing where it got out into the wild and it wasn't supposed to and
Yeah.
like
I think it's far more like, this is my opinion. And that I know before I get fucking attacked by the three people that are going to listen to this, that it's not, there's plenty of reasons why people say it can't be the facts, but I think it's much more likely that Adam Back is either Satoshi or part of Satoshi than it's a CIA project that got fucking released. I feel like if it
yeah,
was a CIA project that got released into the wild, you would have heard about it on Wikipedia, or you would, I mean, on fucking Wikipedia. You would have heard about it from like
somebody
Snowden.
would have said something.
Yeah, Snowden would have been like,
Yeah.
yo, that should, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know Snowden's anti-Bitcoin, but still, he would have came right
Yeah.
out and been like, yeah, like we developed that shit.
Yeah,
That shit
that's
would
a
have
good
came out
point.
in a document dump for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like they've dumped far more protected secrets.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. That's just my fucking theory about it. I think Adam Back, Hal Finney, and maybe a handful of a couple other people is probably what Satoshi was. Just
I
saying.
mean, you got to give those guys credit if they can keep that secret over all these years and all the success and FUD that Bitcoin's been through. Like if they knew who it was or they were a part of it and they haven't spilled the beans, like that's fucking G.
Yeah. What? But I think the reason I think that is because I think somebody like him would understand what we talk about all the time, that the unique situation that created Bitcoin, right? Like, oh, we have an anonymous founder, and all these things that played in, and that if you take one of those things away, being like the anonymous founder, then all the other shit is kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Like once you put a face on it, you know what I mean? So I think if anybody who can see the long game, like you were just talking about, if you can see the long game, you would know that like nothing more positive is going to come out of you like doxing the fact that you're Satoshi than Satoshi still remaining anonymous.
Yeah. Because I mean, they even fought those battles before Bitcoin, when they were going through the whole eCash and whatever coins they were working on before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was definitely some of those guys had a part in it. I don't think just one person could have done all this on their own.
No, I definitely think it's like a group of people for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You had several. There's just too much shit that leads into like it being more than one person. Too much shit that leads into it being more than one person.
Yeah.
Like
But I
you had
mean,
multiple fucking email accounts that all claim to be Satoshi. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, his
Like that
OPSEC though, I mean, is fucking amazing that nobody's been able to figure out from IP
flawless.
addresses or anything like who, not even a clue, you know?
I'm going with a group or aliens, bro. That's still really the only two. It's the only two.
My theory is like the time traveler one, but everyone hates that one. But I'm like,
I
the
get yeah.
timing is so fucking perfect. And like just think what we've been through since Bitcoin was launched. It's just like it's so fucking perfect for the times.
Did you ever did you ever dive into the Bitcoin time traveler on Reddit? That whole thing.
No, was that the guy who wrote the sci-fi story?
The guy who was like, "Listen, I can prove it. I came back in time. I've
Oh
seen the
no.
future. Bitcoin burns the fucking world down."
No, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, oh, it's so deep. Like,
Really?
good on him for fucking. Yeah, dude, it's super fucking deep. And if you're like me and you have any little bit of conspiracy theorist in you, you're like, get the fuck out of here with this. Yeah, it was deep. I forget where I saw it, and then I ended up on. I think it's our Bitcoin, the Reddit page that it's on, and it's in like 2013 or 15. I want to say.
I'll have to
And
check it out. I'll see if I could dig it up. Do you remember what it was called?
I think it's the Bitcoin time traveler, dude. He comes back, supposedly came back from like 2035 or something, and the fucking because Bitcoin's a deflationary currency, it fucking did all this terrible shit to the world, and everything collapsed, and
Oh, so he was fudding it.
it was like half fudding. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was deep and believable for the first fucking 5 sentences. I'm conspiracy theorist and paranoid as shit, but it is definitely believable for the first 5 sentences. And if being bearish, you'd fucking love that shit.
Well, hold on. We got to get into that a little bit because people think I'm a bear, but I'm just saying that I think we're in a bear market. And I don't know if it's a short-term one, a long-term one, like, if we've seen the top for this cycle, but all I'm doing is I'm just trying to take a step back. I'm trying not to be like Mr. Like, how the gold bugs were for like the past 30 years. Like, these people have been screaming like end of time since like the 70s. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to take myself out of that a little bit and just look at it like, okay, what's actually going on? Like what are these CEOs thinking who might be adopting Bitcoin? What are the I'm just trying to think through the game theory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because I'm fucking balls deep in Bitcoin. Like I don't trade. I used to trade like stocks and shit. I just don't have the time for it anymore. Um, but I'm just trying to look at like take a step back and look at it from like a different perspective. And I know that pisses a lot of people off, but I think it brings some value to like Bitcoin Twitter to not just have the 200K by end of the year, Glassnode, S2F, like all these
Yeah, that
people.
shit's
I
super
think
gay,
that does
bro.
more harm than anything for the community because all the newbies who are coming in, they think S2F is like fucking church. And what if it doesn't work out? Those people might dump their coins because they're like, oh fuck, well, I guess Bitcoin didn't work, like because S2F didn't work. It's like, no, that's not how we should be setting our targets, you know what I mean?
Yes. 100%.
Like you gotta have conviction in Bitcoin itself. You can't your conviction can't come from models or Glassnode data or Willy Woo's newsletter. And
Come on, bro.
if I
Not
had
even
to
Willy Woo?
guess, if I had to guess, there's a lot of plebs out there that don't want to admit it, but if we went back to like 10K or whatever, they'd be like, well, I guess F2F didn't work, so I'm out of here. I guess I'm going to go back to, whatever stocks or real estate or whatever it is. I guess
Oh yeah,
that's just my
definitely.
opinion, but I think a lot of plebs won't say that.
No, I think you're right. For sure.
But yeah, could we rip to like 200K by the end of the year? Yeah, but I
Could
don't
we
know.
dip
After
to
the
like
whole
2K? Fuck yeah.
I hope not. But if we did, I mean, I'm in it till zero, so I don't fucking care anymore. Like the price is kind of irrelevant. I like getting a rise out of people, but um, just looking at it, like I think Elon, he had us on a really good path. Like, man, I was so fucking bullish after the Elon thing, and not just because Elon, like fuck Elon, but because other CEOs see Elon and they're like, okay, this guy, he's making moves. Like we know he's a fucking like government leech, but they in like that scene, like the tech CEO scene, like they all kind of look up to him and they think he's like this genius, like uh boy genius dude. And like, okay, if he makes that move, then I think that, we got to make that move now. And then
Yeah.
when he set us back with the whole ESG fund, now every CEO has to be worried about like, well, what the fuck happened there? Like, did his board get pissed? Did his customers get pissed? Like, do we want to go and put Bitcoin on our balance sheet now? Because do we want to put ourselves through that? Like, we're cool just doing our share buybacks and our dividends, and like, we're not rocking the boat at all.
Did you see the
So,
shit with about the mining council that fucking sailors doing it on spaces?
yeah, I saw it. I thought it was cool that he's going to open it up. Like, I know people might not like it, but now that he's opening up, like, let's see what the fuck it's about, you know?
I think that's a fucking gangster move.
Yeah.
I really do. Like I don't think that any of the energy FUD and all that shit is like a good thing, but I think it's fucking gangster that he's opening it up and allowing anybody who wants to come in and listen and like have a chance to like raise your hand and have a fucking voice. That's the way it should have been done in the first place, in my opinion. But good on him, bro, for not being a bitch about it and like realizing,
Hmm.
yo, I fucked up and like this is what I need to do to make it right.
Yeah, and that's because of the cyber hornets, right? Like we got in his face and we said, like, bro, this isn't how we do it. We've been through this with the New York agreement. Like it's fucked up that you did it behind closed doors. I think we were all in agreement on that. And then now that he's doing this, it kind of reverses the narrative where if there is a CEO who was like on the fence about putting it on the balance sheet until the ESG thing came out, they backed off. Now they can join that spaces or have one of their, cronies join that spaces and see like what the fuck is actually going on here. And if it's stuff they like, then maybe they'll get back on board and be like, all right, cool, let's go ahead and let's put this thing on our balance sheet. This looks like there's a lot of information that's going to be out there for people to look at. Like if our customers get pissed or our shareholders get pissed, like we'll have all this stuff we can show them. And like I know the plebs probably, I don't know what their reaction to it was. I haven't been on Twitter a lot today, but like I think it's good for the space in general.
Yeah, I didn't really scroll through the fucking comments at all, but like I said, I saw it and I fucking liked it because at first I was a little pissed, and then I like read it like 2 or 3 times his actual post, and I was like, all right, like it's not just like kind of what the plebs were making it out to be, right? Like it's not just like an ESG meeting, so
Right.
that's cool. Like there's some other shit, like talking about tech in the space and like shit moving forward. Like that's it could be interesting or it could be a fucking dumpster fire. I don't really get excited
Right.
for shit after seeing the shitcoin fucking conference that just happened. But I mean, it definitely has potential to be a net positive.
Yeah. And the thing is, like the great thing about Bitcoin is that everyone kind of uses it how their incentives align with it. So for Sailor, he's not looking at it how we look at it, right? He's got his own views on it and how he wants to use it for his company and stuff like that. So the narrative that he's going with is a lot different than like the pleb narrative. But at the end of the day, like that's up to him. Like he can't change Bitcoin at the end of the day, but if that's how he wants to go about expressing his value in Bitcoin, then everything's good for Bitcoin. And like Odell says too, like Bitcoin is for friends and enemies. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, we can put our 2 cents in and help guide him, but he's going to ultimately do what his incentives are aligned with, just like we all do.
Yeah, which is good on him. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, as much as anybody wants to say anything, like you can't doubt the man's conviction. That's for fucking sure.
Oh
That
yeah.
man, like goddamn, goddamn. I mean, I've heard him be like, leverage your fucking house, leverage your business, buy Bitcoin, and I'm like, that sounds great. Can you call my wife and explain it to her?
Yeah. Exactly.
But like,
But he's the CEO of a public company too. We got to remember that. Like, if he was just like Mr. Joe Blow billionaire, like he could probably say how he actually feels, but he can't come out and be like, "All right, guys, like we're gonna make this private as fuck, and like we're not gonna pay taxes," and like he can't say that shit.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely things about the whole MicroStrategy thing that make me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool that they're gonna have 100,000 coins. Like,
Hmm.
good on you, but it makes me a little uneasy that like BlackRock owns fucking 13% of MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little
But
fucking uncomfortable. And Vanguard owns fucking like 7%,
see, the only thing that makes me uncomfortable about it is if Sailor, like, I don't know, he goes on like a coke binge and like
which he's
people
already
find
on.
out, yeah, people find out he's like some scumbag, they're going to be like, well, this is the CEO of Bitcoin and look how he handles himself. And he's like, he donated to the Trump campaign. And like, how the media will just try to spin like, because they already call him the CEO of Bitcoin. It's like, hold the fuck on. Like, he's not our CEO.
Yeah.
Like, he's a rich dude that has a lot of Bitcoin, but like, he doesn't speak for all of us.
No, not even
Um,
close. And I think we made that clear when he had the behind closed doors meeting. Like,
yeah.
he got, I'll put it this way, and I'm slightly disappointed, and it's half on me because I don't even think I've made a single meme about it. But he got fucking tore the fuck up compared to what Breedlove got,
Oh, yeah, for
meme
sure.
wise.
Yeah, he even disappeared off Twitter for like a day or two, and he's usually on every day.
Yeah. Did you see?
Yeah,
Oh, I have to say, on that note, I was I was like seeing fucking red today because Breedlove took a shot at Gigi, which I thought was fucking straight pussy.
see, I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, it was straight fucking pussy.
What do you say
But
to him?
uh, I don't know. I'm super fucking paraphrasing, but Gigi was basically like, we need faceless voices in Bitcoin, And Breedlove was basically like, speaking your opinion anonymously is for cowards.
Wow.
And Gigi like was just like, wow. Like, I hope you change your mind. I hope you come back and admit you were wrong. Like, I hope, you know what I mean? Like, you owe a debt to this community. And he, like, actually, and I was pissed for a little bit, but he actually, like, quote tweeted his own shit where he talked shit to Gigi and he was like publicly apologized. He's like, I'm sorry. I've been heated over everything that's been going on. I really apologize. I stepped out of line. That isn't right of me. Because like as soon as he said that shit, everybody was like, Satoshi?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did see that. I saw that one comment.
Yeah, like what the fuck? What the fuck are you even saying? What are you fucking saying?
Yeah.
Bro, that Spaces
So
was a little difficult last night at some point.
yeah, he's definitely fucked up and he's just digging deeper and deeper. So I think he's smart. I think there's maybe a business opportunity that he's trying to get into and he's trying to distance himself from like the Bitcoin club, like Bitcoin Twitter and like being just the Bitcoin guy so that maybe he comes out with that he's running another like crypto fund or because that's what he used to do before he became like this Bitcoin philosopher influencer type guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he might be trying to get back into that and he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like rip the band-aid off and like here we go kind of thing. So I'll become the enemy, I'll become the Raul Paul, and Raul Paul seems like he's doing okay, so
Raul
fuck it,
Paul's
I'm
well
just
on his way to getting wrecked.
yeah. But he's probably making a ton of money off the idiots who invest in his fund and subscribe to his newsletter. Like so if Breedlove's just like fuck it, I just want the fiat, like I don't care anymore.
I need a
He's like, fuck
fucking
it, I'll just go
newsletter,
that
bro.
route.
I need a fucking newsletter, bro.
That's how everyone's making money these days.
We should
If
start
you
a
don't have
bearish
anything
newsletter.
good,
You're probably gonna
yeah.
lose money this week. Don't get excited.
Yeah.
Like an Eeyore newsletter. Doesn't look
I've
good.
I've seen a few other guys put the little bear emoji in their Twitter handles, so they're getting wrecked now. But I already went through that, so now people just know that, like, okay, he's just like the bear troll. So
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Whatever you're fucking doing, you're not doing it right. Like, that's for sure. Like, you're not going about it the right fucking way. Like, you could
yeah,
distance yourself without being a fucking huge piece of shit in the process. And
yeah,
I really feel like the more at first, like it was funny, right? When all this shit originally went down and he made that post, I think it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon that post came up. And I was on Simply Bitcoin at 6. So
wow,
I went on Simply Bitcoin with like Nico and Coin Icarus, and I'm like, we're like talking before the show, and I'm like, yo, he's got one tweet. He's got one tweet to like come back. And
yeah.
if he doesn't come back in that one tweet, he's got fucking rainbow dildos in his future. Like, we're just gonna fucking shred him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be fucking done for.
And
At this
then
point, he already can't come back, in my
no,
opinion.
nope, nope. You've doubled down too many times. And I actually, on that post where he quoted his own shit to Gigi and like publicly apologized, I commented underneath it and I was like, this is a step in the right direction. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
pat you on the back, but like, okay, all right. Like, I
Let's see
see.
more of this now. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see more of this. Let's see more of you. Like, how about apologizing to Bitcoin as a whole for calling everybody fucking communists?
Yeah. Well, and he's talking to us too, like kindergarten, because he thinks he's like some fucking smart guy that he just understands things that us stupid plebs wouldn't fucking understand. So the way he just talked down to us during the whole thing too, like with his word salad and like oh, you guys are communists, and like his, I don't know where he gets these stupid fucking quotes from that he uses, but it's just like, dude, be real for a second. Take off your stupid influencer mask and like talk like a real dude to us. You know what I mean? We're not fucking idiots. We get what's going on here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I said that on fucking Simply Bitcoin. I'm like, and it was funny because like, fucking Coin Icarus is toxic as fuck. So
Oh yeah.
he was pretty fucking toxic about it, and Nico's like, I don't fucking know, like it's fucked up. He shouldn't have tweeted that. And he's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, bro, I'll be honest with you, and it might not be a popular opinion because at that point I don't even know if he's gonna like double down or if he's gonna apologize, right?
Right.
Because this is right after the first tweet, but I'm like, listen, bro, he's always had that fucking Eric Weinstein feel to me.
Hmm.
Like you always throw out that like half an hour into the fucking podcast, you got some hardcore word salad going on. Like you've lost me in your fucking sophomore year psychology fucking bullshit.
Right. Yep.
Like, congratulate. Like you sound like the dude that just finished reading Plato's fucking allegory of a cave for the first time, and you're
But
like
and
all of a sudden,
he's always like gone towards those types too. He likes Lex, he likes Eric, he likes these guys who are like these fucking, they got their fame off just being like intellectuals.
yeah,
So I think he sees himself in the same light, and I think he's like, well, if I just stick to this Bitcoin thing, I'm kind of cornering myself, and I'm not going to be able to be like an Eric Weinstein or a Lex Friedman. Like, I think I need to spread my wings here a little bit. So let me make the Bitcoin community look like a bunch of fucking assholes. And like Lex and Eric are going to side with me, and they're going to have me on their podcast more. And now I can branch out and be like this, like, new version of them because I'm so fucking smart, and people are going to want to hear my, like you said, my sophomore fucking psychological bullshit, and I'll make way more money that way. Like I legit thinks he thinks that. Like he thinks that highly of himself.
he should fucking triple down and have Vitalik on What Is Money.
Oh my
Do it,
god. Oh
fucking
my
do
god.
it. I'm calling it now. Fucking do it. Do it. Or
I
have
mean
fucking Craig Wright on. Fucking do it, pussy.
it can't it can't get much worse for him at this point, so he might as well
Yeah,
just make
Roger
your money
Ver.
off the
Have Roger Ver
shitcoiners.
on.
He'll be
Pussy.
at the next B Cash conference with Taleb and shit.
Oh, God. It's just fucking, yeah, it's fucking painful. Like, come the fuck on. But like I said, he's always, to me, and this just, I only speak for myself, but for me, he has always had that fucking feeling of like, you, when I talk to somebody and I know you think you're smarter than me,
Yeah.
like, and
Yep.
listen, he's fucking, book wise, he's probably a lot smarter than me. But I can
Oh, for
rebuild a
sure.
Chevy 350 from the fucking ground up, and I can do calculus. Can you do
Right.
both?
Right, exactly. There's the only value he can provide to the world is being an intellectual because he's got book smarts. There's people like that they can't work with their hands, they can't do shit. So okay, I'm gonna be this smart guy that like I talk down to people because I'm so smart, and they're just gonna simp for me because they think I'm like this like fucking Gandhi of Bitcoin or whatever. And like we gotta stop like looking up to people like that. And I'm not gonna name more names, but there's a couple of guys like that in the Bitcoin space
Do
where
it.
all they
Do it. We're here to fucking ruffle feathers, goddamn it.
so like, man.
Do it.
So
Do
like
it.
the
I'll bring
safety
Pedro up on stage right fucking now.
so like the safeties of the world, right? Like I love
Mm.
safety.
Tell us how you really feel.
I love safety, but he's another guy where if one day he comes out and he pulls a Breedlove, I'm gonna be like, I fucking saw it. Like he milked the Bitcoin community for what he could, and now he wants to go spread his wings to be more of like this world because nobody knows safety outside of Bitcoin. Like,
Right.
and these guys start developing an ego where they're like, well, I'm too fucking smart to just be the Bitcoin guy. Like, I need to go like, and that's how they turn into like, well, let me open my mind and let me let me see what this BitCloud thing's about. Let me talk to these VCs, and uh, their egos just get too big for the space. You know what I mean?
Uh, I did see somebody on that note when Breedlove posted that shit about anonymous people being anonymous. Somebody commented underneath it and was like, "Why are the founders of BitCloud anonymous?" Or why are the authors of the BitCloud white paper anonymous? And he was like, "Good to know."
Yeah, for such a smart fucking guy, the way he's trying to play this off is like, dude, you're actually like a fucking retard. Like,
I feel like too. I want to say right. I feel like too that is a people like him are something that Bitcoin fixes as well. Meaning, I don't think in hyper Bitcoinization, in a life on a Bitcoin standard, I don't think there's a place for strictly intellectuals. I
no,
don't.
I 100% agree.
I feel like you need to add something to the world. You need to contribute something to the world other than your thought.
Right, exactly.
Because I can get together with you and a handful of other plebs, and we can fucking philosophize or whatever the fuck it is with the best of them. I can go through
Oh, yeah.
hypotheticals of what I think fucking life is about and all this fucking great shit.
Yeah, some of the deepest conversations I've had with plebs on Spaces, on Clubhouse, like, I don't need Breedlove to like give me this like otherworldly view of what Bitcoin is. Like, dude, I've heard enough of it. Like I can talk, yeah, like you said, I could talk to you, I can talk to anybody. Like all of the plebs understand at a deep level like what Bitcoin means for the world. Like we don't need the like high level word salad intellectual view of it. It's just garbage. Like the people that bring the most value to the Bitcoin space are the ones who are doing. So even like Matt Odell and Marty, right? They have the podcast, they go through that, but at the end of the day, Matt Odell has his own thing he does on the side. Like he doesn't say what it is, but he's doing stuff. Marty's doing the mining. Like they're doing stuff outside. Like they're not just dependent on like being these like podcast dudes, you know,
That's
like
my problem with
that.
Pedro.
Yeah, that's all he is. He's a leech on the Bitcoin community, and he gets like these guests on,
Yeah, bro,
and
you're
all
fucking the Carson Daly of Bitcoin. Like
right.
that's your contribution.
Yeah, what other like what else does he do for the Bitcoin community?
Nothing, dude. Oh, whoa. Let's be fair.
Okay, yeah,
He was security at the convention,
yeah,
so he
yeah,
has
that's true.
contributed.
Yeah,
He
like, do
saved
you even
Jack
think
Dorsey.
the biggest argument I see for Pedro and some of these other guys, like, oh, but they help like orange pill like newbies, like,
No, the fuck they don't.
right?
No, the fuck. Coin Icarus says it all the time. Who the fuck have you ever heard of that was orange pilled through a fucking Bitcoin podcast? Nobody.
Yeah, right.
Nobody. You
It's
are
usually
orange pilled
something
before you find shit like that.
exactly, exactly.
Nobody I know, and I know plenty, 90% of the people I know are not Bitcoin. So, like, in real life, none of those fucking people come up to me ever and are like, "Have you heard the new what Bitcoin has done podcast? Have you heard the new fucking Bitcoin Standard podcast? Have you heard Citadel Dispatch this week?" Like none of those fucking people are listening to that shit. None of them.
Yeah,
They might see a Sailor video on YouTube. Maybe. You know what I mean? You have a
yeah,
much better chance of them being orange pilled by seeing Sailor on fucking NBC than Pedro's fucking podcast.
yeah. And that's why I got so much shit for going after Will Clementi, you know, the Glassnode kid, because I'm like, bro, you're so young. Don't get sucked into this like pomp shit. Like, I know pomp's up your ass about starting a newsletter, and you think you're like this whiz kid who can like predict the Bitcoin price. And I'm like, what you're doing is not helpful to anybody. Like, I don't give a fuck how many coins are coming off exchanges. I don't give a fuck what the like what whale addresses are doing. Like
It's all
that has
useless
no effect on the
information.
market. It's all useless, bro. Like don't become a leech on the community. because like I said, you're gonna have these newer people that come into the space. They're gonna hear Will on Pump's podcast, and they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, let me subscribe to his newsletter. Oh man, he's super fucking bullish. Like all
Now
these
he's shilling
Glassnode things.
fucking hopium too, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's a
so
big part.
ugly.
Nobody's gonna subscribe to these guys' newsletters if there's no hopium. Nobody wants to hear like, oh man, maybe we pump in 2 years. Maybe it's a different type of bull cycle. Maybe
I
we're not
fucking
gonna
hope
have like,
so.
dude, I'm hoping that too. Like that's why I keep telling people like, why are you so butthurt when I tell you that we may pump mid-cycle instead of the beginning of the cycle? What the fuck does it matter at the end of the day? Like, are you legit just here for the next year, or like, are you here for the next 10 to 20 years? Like, stop worrying about when the pump's gonna happen, because now that Wall Street's here and they see all this shit going on, they're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go along with all these charts and let's just pump it to the moon like right away. Like, no, they're gonna fuck with our emotions. They're gonna fuck with like everything that we thought was true. Everyone's gonna go away who didn't like believe in Bitcoin itself, and then they're gonna miss this huge fucking pump, and they're gonna be like, "Well, S2F didn't predict the pump in 2023. It was supposed to be this year. Like, how was I supposed to know?" Like, stop getting your conviction from that shit. It's fucking annoying.
It's the same fucking people, and dude, this is honestly how I feel about it, right? It's the same people who are like, when Bitcoin hits fucking 500,000, bro, I'm not even gonna have to work, bro. I'm just gonna sit around. I'm gonna do fucking nothing. I'm just gonna sit around. And I was
Right,
in a fucking clubhouse room, dude, and somebody's like, listen, I've lived in France. It's fucking great. You just sit around the cafe all day and talk shit with you. That's exactly what I'm gonna do when Bitcoin runs. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. The world is always going to need ditch diggers. The world is always going to,
right,
like, you in this fucking Bitcoin standard world, everybody doesn't get to sit around and jerk off all day.
right, exactly. Especially because the ethos around Bitcoin is that we're supposed to be building the future. Like, I'm not ever planning on just retiring and sitting on my ass. Like, I don't even know if I have enough Bitcoin to do that eventually. Like, I don't fucking know what the price is going to be 10 or 20 years from now,
I
but I
fucking
don't want to
definitely
do
don't.
that. Like, I like I still want to be involved. I want to be building. Like, let's say we do have hyper Bitcoinization in the next 10 years. Like, who the fuck is good? We're just going to be slave owners who make like people who didn't own Bitcoin like go and do all the work? Like,
Yes.
no, we're supposed to be the ones setting the examples and like fucking being out there and not being like Dieter and American Hodl and playing it's around more. Like, fuck that. Like, let's go build. Like, let's go build shit. And it doesn't even have to be like software. Like, fuck it. We only need so many exchanges. Like, go build something in your community. Like
Yes.
go be a fucking plumber. I don't care. Like, help your community. Like, do shit. Like, build businesses.
I got into it with the dude in that clubhouse room who was saying that shit, and he was like, "Well, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, honestly, bro, if it went to a fucking 100 million tomorrow, right? Let's go full crazy. It goes to 100 million tomorrow. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a nice welder and a nice truck, and like I'm gonna like go around and do some small welding jobs for the local fishermen in my town because like that shit's cool to me. And at that point, I won't really care if I make money doing it. I'll probably set
Right.
up a machine shop in my garage because I enjoy doing that shit. Like I'll work on my fucking house. Like I'll have animals and like I'll contribute to my community, but I'll be able to contribute to my community doing what I want to do and not worried about if it's going to pay my mortgage.
Right. And that's
Like,
what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you free to choose what you want to do, but not just sit on your ass. Like, the last thing we want is for hyper Bitcoinization to happen. All of the plebs are just fucking filthy rich. And now everyone's looking at us like, okay, what's the next step? And we're like, oh, well, we're just chilling now. So
we're just going
I
to
don't
sit
know.
around
Go
and get
have
high
fun.
all day.
Like, yeah, yeah, we're going to sit around my pool and get high. Like, good luck, everybody. Like, that's not really how we should be trying to come off to people.
Yeah, I feel like that's so fucking retarded. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna fucking. It's the same, dude. It's the same bullshit. It's that bullshit mentality that certain people believe in, that like the rap video life. Like, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
all this money
exactly.
and I'm gonna have these fucking badass cars. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna buy all this obnoxious shit. And I'm not gonna fucking work. Like, listen, Bitcoin fixes you too, motherfucker. The world does not need you. Like, And my belief
Mm-hmm.
is on a fucking Bitcoin standard, we see fucking natural selection at its finest. At
Yeah.
its finest. What do you contribute? If you don't fucking
Yep.
contribute, this fucking society does not need you.
And that's
That's
how it
just how
should
I
be,
see it.
right? Because the society we live in now, all you need to do is have a lot of money and you rent seek. You buy property that other people can't afford, you rent it out, or you have it sitting in these high yield funds that normal people don't have access to. And it's like, that's not what we're going for again. Like, we don't want a system where the rich people just rent seek and everyone else is fighting over the scraps. Like, it's supposed to be an equal opportunity, type of system. So let's go show people like what the fuck we're actually going to do and start building.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to read 1,000 fucking Bitcoin books. I don't need like all this shit.
Yeah. And it will, I believe it'll destroy it's because like we're at the one way or another shit. We're at the one way or another shit, right? Where it's like you're either this rich person, like you said, where you're rent seeking, or you're the other end of the spectrum and you just leech off the system. Like there's very
Right,
few blue collar
exactly.
people like us in between that are like grinding to stack.
Right.
Like especially in the last fucking year. Especially where they're just like they make it there's zero incentive to go to work. Zero.
And there was even plebs when we were at six. I remember very distinctly when we were at 60K, and I remember seeing all these posts. I'm putting in my fucking 2 weeks. I'm doing, and it's like, okay, so what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like, okay, well, now that we're back at 30K, like, how you feeling now, buddy? Like, you sure you want to, like, you sure you want to just retire on your Bitcoin and sit on your ass? Like, doesn't seem like the best idea to me. Like, you should probably, like, yeah, if you want to quit your job, you got enough Bitcoin, like you said, like where you can go do what you feel like you were brought into this world to do, like then go do it. But if you're just gonna be Dieter and smoke joints around your pool and fucking call McCormick a spook all day, like that's not bringing anybody value.
Yeah, bro. You just traded in your job that you worked hard for and you rage quit and you traded that for a fucking Target name tag.
Right, exactly.
That's what you did.
I don't I don't know what happened to a lot of those people. I don't see them posting anymore. So
Gone, bro. They're gone. All their
gone.
profiles are idle. And I said it like I admitted that shit openly, like because people want to fucking, everybody wants to be like, oh, like, you must have bought at such and such a price. I said it last night when we were in that spaces and I fucking posted it too. Oh, I fucking liquidated everything my family fucking had and bought like at like high 50s. High
Yep.
50s. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Same.
fuck at all, bro.
Yeah.
At all. And I'm sitting on it and I'm still stacking. My DCA is still sit. I still buy every fucking week. I got miners that are fucking they make sats regardless. Like it is what it is, man. I'm not
And
like
that's why I like trolling the Moon Boys so much. It's because I know they in their head they're like, oh, I don't care about price. I'm in it for the technology. But it's like, bro, I can tell you're a moon boy. I can tell it hurts you inside. I can tell when I post bearish shit, it just makes you like, because you want all this cool shit. You want three houses. You don't fucking say it because you're trying to come off as like Mr. Pleb lifestyle. But I can tell when I post the shit, it really gets at your heart. And like, I can tell you're not in it for the right reasons. Like, I don't tell people that, but I can tell when I post bearish shit that like, okay, I know who's in it for real and who's not, because some people are like, yeah, bring it on. Like, I'm gonna buy more, and some people are like, you're such a pussy, like this and that. I'm like, bro, I hope you rage quit because S2F fucking fails, and then we just fucking pump to the moon, like, and you're just left there like holding your dick.
bro, I hope more than anything that we either stay where we're at or we drop another 10K for the next 2 fucking years. I
Yeah,
hope.
let's
You know
do
how
a fuck. Yeah.
glorious it is to stack during that? My miners are, and that's my other thought about it, right? I have a couple of S9s in my basement. The fucking S9s that I have in my basement are going to make more money while the price is low. Because these big
Hmm.
guys aren't going to want to run their massive fucking expensive operations when the exchange rate isn't all that high. So it makes my miner
Exactly.
profitable. When we go up to 100K, my fucking S9 is a fucking doorstop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the difficulty adjustment's gonna ass fuck me into like not being useful at all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
fuck it, dude.
personally I want to see I I want to see the cycles turn out differently than everyone's expecting because then you have to hodl. You can't just be like I'm going to try to time the top and I'm going to cut some, take some profit and hold my the rest of my stack. Like I hope that, yeah, for like the next year, people are like, well, we didn't have like the 2017, the 2013, the whatever type of pump. So I'm either just gonna hold it or I'm just gonna sell and like go away for a while and see what happens. And then we pump like, mid cycle or pump going into the next cycle and just have like a massive pump after that. And it just takes people off guard because like getting rich like isn't easy, you know what I mean? Like these people that are here to just get rich and like you said, like have cool shit, like it shouldn't be easy. So I
Yeah.
hope it turns out completely different than everyone's expecting. I hope Plan B goes away. Like I've been calling him out forever. Like, dude, you're a fucking newsletter rent seeker. You've created like four models at this point. Like, which one are you fucking chilling today? Like, in my opinion, all that shit is bad for the space. We don't need it. Like, you either have conviction in Bitcoin itself or get the fuck out.
It has the feel and the taste of fucking FinTwit. Because right, I was on FinTwit before I ever found Bitcoin Twitter. And
Yeah, same here.
dude, everybody on fucking FinTwit is a wizard. Everybody on FinTwit has these great trades. And like you will almost drink the Kool-Aid. And that's what Clemente reminds me of, right? All these dudes like, look at this
hmm
chart and this fucking double dip right here in the upside down Batman. Like this is a rare fucking formation, man. We're gonna rip. There's so much money to be made. Here's my window. This like they'll never tell you when they're out. This is my window. This is when I'm
hmm
buying in. And dude, you know what I figured out when I found Bitcoin Twitter and I left FinTwit behind? I would open up my
The same
fucking
shit.
I would open up my fucking my brokerage account and be like, dude, everything that I bought off some recommendation from some jerk off has lost money. Every one of them.
Oh yeah.
Every single
hmm
fucking one of them. Because every one of them is a pump and dump. It was
Yep.
such bullshit, dude. And then like that's why like I've never been a fan of fucking Plan B. I've never been a fan of fucking any of the Glassnode dudes. Like good on you, like cool, but like I'm not gonna believe a fucking word you say. I got wrecked by so many people on FinTwit that you're no fucking different to me. You're no different to me.
And that was part of the argument I was having with Clementi too. I'm like, you realize none of this shit matters. Like when you say like, oh, all these coins are moved to cold storage, like you realize this cold storage isn't like what you're thinking of. It's not like dispersed like three multi-sigs across the country where it's going to take me like 2 weeks to go get like my seed so I can sell. It's like, no, it's fucking cold storage where I can put my shit in 2 clicks and it's sold on the market and it fucking dumps the price. Like
Yeah.
these whales aren't keeping like distributed multi-sig across the country. They can sell their shit in 5 minutes if they want. Like, and we saw that like that day where we had that fucking 30% drop or whatever. Everyone like the week going up to that, it's like, oh, we're running out of coins. We're gonna have a coin shortage. I'm like, that's not how it works, you dumb fucks.
It's
Like,
never gonna
and then
happen.
the day before, right, the day before, boom, like record amount of coins come onto the exchanges and dumped. Like, oh, we didn't see that coming.
They
Like,
were in
yeah, no
cold
shit, because
storage.
what you're looking right. Yeah, it's like I don't understand.
Bro,
And
Sailor
like,
uses
dude, when you go
Coinbase's cold
after
storage.
exactly, it's not fucking like they call it cold. It's not cold storage.
No, it's not that cold. It's like cool storage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a little bit better than it just being like when you log in, it's right there. You have to click like one more button to get to your cold
Yeah,
storage.
it's like an oscillating fan more than cold storage.
Right. But bro, if you go after those guys, holy shit, the simp army comes out. Will provides way more value to this space than you ever will. And it's like, okay, well, if you think that, then have fun getting wrecked when like a dip comes that you didn't see coming, and now you're fucked. watching the chart, like I'm cool. Like I'm not expecting shit.
That's why that's the beauty, the simplicity, and the reason why 90 people get wrecked and 90% of people get wrecked because when you try to trade, because really you literally all you have to do is just don't sell. Just don't sell.
Hmm.
Just hodl.
Yeah.
Just fucking hodl. That's all you have to do. You don't need to know how to read a fucking chart. You don't have to know what fucking candlesticks are. You don't have none of that
Hmm.
matters. You don't need to know any of that shit. All you have to do is hodl. That's it.
Right.
But human nature is thinking that that's the same reason that people go into fucking like BlockFi and shit. Like 200% a year annually isn't good enough for you. I need another 6%. Like it's just fucking
Right.
greed. People are like, I'm gonna sell here and then I'll buy in when it dips to here, and like you're gonna get fucking wrecked. Oh, I'll
And
leverage up. This is definitely the bottom. Good luck.
right, and that's what's happening. You're seeing a lot of people that they're looking at these past cycles when all these big institutions they weren't here, and they're saying, well, it's going to be exactly the same. They'll put the fucking 2013 and 2017 charts and overlap this halving with those, and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to lever up here because I know we're going to hit like those same marks and around the same times, and then they get fucking wrecked on a pullback like we just had, or maybe we go sideways for the next year and they're fucking paying all these fees on like their margin or whatever, and it's just like, dude, just stop. Like, and if you go on Clubhouse and Spaces, there's a lot more people than you'd think that are like, oh, I'm gonna be able to time this top, like I know when it's coming. Like that's when you know that shit is not going to turn out the way we all think it is, because if it were that easy, we'd all be fucking sitting on a beach somewhere already. Like
We'd all be
it is
sitting
not
around our
that
pool
easy.
smoking weed.
Right. If it was just as easy as looking at previous halvings and seeing what the fuck happened, like we'd all just like lever the shit out of everything we had, and like that's just not how it works though.
I looked into it
Especially
when,
when institutions come in.
yeah, absolutely. I looked into it when we were in the 50s. I was like, yo, I can just buy one option contract, just one, for the fucking
Hmm.
highest price point they have. I'll buy one option contract. It's like, I think at the time I was looking at it, it was like, oh, pretty close to $7,000, like six and change for a $400,000 price point in like fucking 2 years or something. And I was like,
Hmm.
I could do that. Like I got the money to do it. And then I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? I looked at my
Right.
wife and I was telling her, and she's like, babe, I love you, but you've never made money on an option contract you bought. Never. Like every option you've
Yeah.
ever bought, you've lost money on. And I was like, yeah, you're right. She's like, all you have to do is hodl. I'm like, why? You don't know half as much as I do about Bitcoin. Why are you right now?
And I used to trade options too. Like that's some tricky shit. Like you got to worry about like the delta and the theta and like all this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, just fucking buy the Bitcoin.
Fucking theta burn and shit. I thought I was like mint on many options contracts, and I'm like, all of a sudden, the value's just washing out from under me because I'm closing in on when the options contract expires. I'm like, this is fucking
Yeah.
horrible. Well, you get on,
And don't get me wrong, like when you hit, it's fucking great. Like those options, like getting the price is like second to none. But it's yeah, it's just a lottery ticket. Like if you got the money, like and you want to speculate on some options, like cool. But if your option is like I have only $7,000 left, should I stack or should I buy like this 400K call? Like, yeah, just fucking stack every time.
yeah, that's yeah. I had a little more than what the contract was worth, and I just decided to buy Sats with it in the mid 50s. Like
Yeah.
that was what we had. I pulled everything out of my wife's 401k and I put it in. Like she didn't have a big 401k. She only been working where she's at for like 3 years or some shit. And I put that in. Like
Hmm.
it is what it is. Did I think we were gonna fucking pull back to the 30s? No, but when we pulled back to the 30s, I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, I wish I would have waited 3 fucking weeks because my stack would look a lot
Right,
nicer.
exactly. Yeah.
But what the fuck? I
Yeah,
mean,
I took out a loan at 45K and like I sleep like a baby at night. Like my wife sweats it out a little bit because it was her 401k, but it's just like whatever. Like I'm not in it for like I'm not trying to time the top. Like I've been DCAing the whole way up, the whole way down. Like I don't give a fuck what the price is. Like I just don't want to hold like shitty dollars. And I know at the end of the day, like Bitcoin is better money, and that's what I want to have. Like I'm not trying to predict. I'm not looking at charts all day and like this and that.
Right. I used to. I used to spend all
Yeah,
fucking
like
day with my phone open, watching fucking the market, trying to time a top, trying to look at it and be like,
mhm.
well, I made fucking 6%. Should I take my 6% and move? Oh, you know how nice it is to, like, you do, to go from something like that to just go into Bitcoin and being like, oh, look, my DCA came out. Cool.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's so much less
because it's
stressful.
another thing. Those guys, like everybody wants to be a trader, but it's like, dude, what value are you providing to the world if you're sitting in your basement, like just trading charts all day? Like, there's no like, just hodl and go like do something. Like, don't just like come into this world and think you're gonna rent seek and be a trader and do all this shit and like provide zero value to the world. Like, that's not how it should work.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I had this. I had that grand vision at one time. I blew my back out at work last year, and I was like, I'll just fucking. I could literally couldn't get out of bed for a month, and I was like, oh, this trading shit's easy. Blah blah blah. But it's fucking 2020. Of
Hmm.
course, trading shit was easy. But anyway, so I got fucking
Right.
two questions that I ask everybody at the end of a fucking podcast.
All
First
right.
one. they're two. One of them's good. One of them's fucking weird. Uh,
Okay.
what does a Bitcoin maximalist mean to you?
Bitcoin maximalist to me is somebody that holds Bitcoin because it matches the values they have as a person. It's not for any price reasons. It's not for any other ulterior motives. It's because it matches your value system. You want to hold the best money, and you believe all the other monies contribute to things, bad things that happen in our society, and you just say like fuck it to all the other like noise that we see in the market.
That's what's up. I can get with that. And the last and most awkward question that nobody really likes to answer, and everybody asks me why the fuck I ask it, but I ask it anyway. Do you eat any fucking weird shit because you think you have to as a Bitcoiner?
No, I'm like probably a little bit chubbier than most Bitcoiners, but like I work my ass off all day, so I'm not like sitting behind a computer and like
Going to the
worried about
gym,
what I
bro?
eat. But like, well, I have a home gym. I barely use it, but like the work I do, I'm working out, like I'm sweating my ass off while I'm working, so like I'm not really worried about the gym. And I bet I'd probably kick some of these guys who like, oh, I'm Mr. Red Meat and I do deadlifts. Like I'll probably still whoop their ass to be honest. Uh, but like honestly, like
Becoming
I'm a sugar
Minnesota the
addict.
Bear
Like
Wrestler as opposed to Minnesota
yeah.
Bear Market.
Like after like every dinner, I gotta have like something sweet. Like I don't know what it is, but like I don't know. I just can't like I'm addicted to sugar and I know that's bad. Like I'm